April 2018 Chicago Coin Expo played host to the signature world coin auction by Heritage Auctions, during which over 4,000 rare and remarkable world coins were sold for nearly $8.5 million. In this video, I'll be taking a quick look at just a few of the highlights from that event. The coin that managed to steal the show was an exceedingly rare Danish 3 special dollar from the reign of Frederick III. This coin is one of only 2 specimens known to exist with a date of 1666. The coin was thought to be uncollectible as the only known copy of it was last sold in 1831 and has resided in the royal collection at the National Museum of Copenhagen ever since. This example was only recently brought to light in Maryland and was authenticated by NGC with a details grade of VF due to graffiti on the reverse. Even this, however, didn't detract from the coin's appeal, as it sold for $432,000. Mexico was extremely well represented at the auction as well, with several high-profile coins. This 1680 gold cob 4 escudo coin stands as one of the earliest known examples of its type. Not only that, but the strike is unusually well defined, with the Mexico City mint mark and the date well discernible on this coin. NGC assigned a grade of VF30 for this early gold coin, which managed to sell for $84,000 at auction. And then, if you like shipwrecked coins, then you'll probably love this 1709 gold cob 8 escudo struck for Philip V of Spain. The coin was recovered from the infamous 1715 plate fleet treasure. The coin is astounding for its strike quality, leading to speculation that it might have been intended as a presentation piece. Struck at the Mexico City Mint, the coin displays the complete 4-digit date, the assayer's mark, and the complete details to the central shield, which is virtually unheard of for this period. Graded by NGC at MS63, the coin was sold for $56,400. The next coin is one of the very first issues to emanate from the Mexico City Mint, and it is the predecessor of what would in later centuries become known as the pillar dollar coins. Again, a very well struck example with clear details and some doubling on the central shield. These coins are undated but were known to have been struck between 1536 and 1542. The privy mark of the mint's first assayer, Francisco del Rincon, is also clearly seen. Authenticated by NGC at a grade of VF25, the coin was sold for $36,000. In 1732, the gold coins of Mexico were officially switched from the cob to the portrait type, and the silver coins changed from the cob to the pillar coins. Mexico City Mint was the first to produce these round coins that would soon circulate throughout the Americas, including as legal tender in the United States for much of the 18th century. This first year of issue 8 reales pillar coin is one of the finest known certified examples at a grade of AU58 from PCGS, and gained an admittedly somewhat underwhelming but still notable price of $39,600 at auction. Moving away from the Americas for just the time being, we find this German state's gold 5 ducat piece from Bavaria, struck in 1640. It commemorates the completion of the new fortifications around the city of Munich, depicting Maximilian I clad in full armor on the obverse, while the reverse depicts an aerial view of the new fortifications with a Madonna and infant figure flanked by 2 cherubs above the city. A simply remarkable medallic design, graded by NGC as MS63, which sold for $45,600. From Germany, we shift our attention then to the Netherlands with an astounding gold 10 ducat coin from 1687. This coin was likely never truly intended for circulation, as it is struck with the same dies as the standard silver rider coins of the period. This massive weight and off-metal variety coin points towards a presentation piece instead, and surely one that was meant to impress as much back then as it does now. Graded by NGC with a detailed grade, the coin nonetheless raised $38,400. Following on that, we have a very interesting relic from a little known and brief period of history when a part of modern-day Brazil was actually a Dutch colony. This Dutch-Brazilian so-called ducat or 6 guilders piece, to be more accurate, bears the trademark of the Geoctrieerde West-Indische Compagnie, or the Dutch West India Company. The survival rate of these coins is exceedingly low, and this 1646 dated example was graded by NGC at a noteworthy MS63, which saw it close for $36,000. Now, as one would expect, a number of phenomenal British coins were also on offer. One in particular would be this 1851 Gothic florin piece. In addition to being the first year of issue for this Type B design and a key rarity for the series as such, the coin is in a pristine condition, and an example like this is seldomly available to collectors these days. This Proof 63 designation from NGC assured a final price of $24,000 for this absolutely beautiful coin. It's always a pleasure and a privilege to behold a centuries-old proof coin. The mere thought of how such a coin could have survived hundreds of years and remained virtually pristine simply sets the mind alight. This George III proof guinea coin is just such an example. The coin dates from 1774, also making it the first year of issue for the 4th bust or 4th portrait type, issued in the 14th year of his reign as king. NGC saw fit to assign this coin with a grade of Proof 64 Cameo, and it managed to sell for $14,400. During the mid to late 1800s, there was an international trend from various countries, including the US, to produce a competing gold coin to the French 5 franc coin for use in international trade. This fascinating specimen was Britain's answer to that question. Designed by master engraver William Wyon, it depicts both the French denomination and a British double florin inscription inscribed in an oak reef. Graded by PCGS at Proof 65 Deep Cameo, it is tied for finest known with 3 other examples. This fascinating pattern coin sold for $21,600. And while on the subject of British coins, I feel I simply had to mention this exquisite 1821 silver crown of George IV. Not exactly a spectacularly rare coin in its own right, however, the specimen was so sharply struck that even the finest of details are displayed with bold and dramatic effect. Graded by PCGS at MS66+, the coin was sold at auction for $12,000. This 5 guineas gold coin from William III, dated 1701, is noteworthy due to the fact that the mint master at the time who oversaw the coin's production and redesign was none other than Sir Isaac Newton. The so-called fine work portrait, which stands in contrast to the earlier shallow relief portraits, was the brainchild of Newton himself, as he felt that the earlier designs were of inferior quality and did not do the king justice. NGC gave the coin a detailed grade due to supposed cleaning, although this didn't seem to detract from the coin's desirability, as it sold for $21,200. From there, I'd like to take a look at a number of simply exquisite sovereign pieces that were on offer. At the head of that list simply has to be the iconic 1817 sovereign featuring the brilliant garter design. This first year of issue coin was graded by NGC as MS62 Plus and raised $6,000. An extremely rare variety coin of the Sovereign series is this 1861 Shieldback Sovereign, already an impressive specimen at a grade of MS64 from PCGS, but upon closer examination it is revealed that the coin's date, specifically the first number 1, was struck using a Roman numeral 1 instead. Paired with a fairly extensive die crack just above, there is only one other coin known to be finer at PCGS. In terms of Australian sovereigns, the 1921 issue from the Melbourne Mint is legendary for its rarity. An ample initial mintage belies the fact that the vast majority of these coins were melted down in subsequent years, resulting in its scarcity today. As one of the finest known examples of the issue, this MS64 graded gem from NGC managed to raise $38,400 at auction. And then just one last sovereign. As sovereign specialists will no doubt be aware, another great rarity for the series is the South African minted 1924 coin. With a meager mintage of only 3,184 coins and a grade of MS64 from NGC, this coin saw a final price of $13,200. And then, while on the topic of South African rarities, few coins in the South African catalogue has been so entwined with myth and legend as the famous 1898 gold threepence piece, perhaps known better as the Sammy Marks tickey. There are numerous competing legends that ascribe the coin's origins, none of which have been proven beyond a doubt. What they all seem to have in common though is the fact that the coins were produced via special order for Johannesburg mining magnate Sammy Marks, hence the common name of the coin. The specimen was graded by NGC at MS62 and managed to sell for $28,800. This Russian Gungut ruble was a commemorative piece struck in 1914 to commemorate the 200th anniversary at the Battle of Gungut over the Swedish fleet during the Great Northern War. The obverse depicts a very boldly struck bust of Peter the Great. In a PCGS slab with a grade of MS62, the coin managed to sell for $20,400. To conclude this presentation, I'd like to present a pair of gold medals struck at opposite ends of the reign of Queen Victoria. The first bookend is intended to commemorate the coronation of the young queen in 1838, at only age 19. This bold obverse design is impeccably rendered, while the reverse design depicts Victoria upon the throne besides the British lion, being presented with the crown by the three graces of Britannia, Scotia, and Hibernia. Authenticated by NGC at MS61, this piece sold for $14,400. And then finally, the last piece commemorates Queen Victoria's Golden Jubilee in 1887. It again depicts Victoria enthroned at its center, facing the full reach of the British Empire. She is flanked by the allegorical representations of science, letters, arts, industry, and agriculture, while at her feet, Mercury and Time are depicted. Only 944 of these massive gold commemorative pieces were struck, weighing nearly 2.5 troy ounces each. This one was slabbed by NGC at MS62 Plus and sold for $18,000. Let me know which of these extraordinary coins caught your imagination in the comment section below. Remember to subscribe to WNN and activate notifications with the bell icon as well. For the World Numismatic News, I am Numisman saying thank you for watching, keep collecting, and have a great day.